Hello fellas, today we will learning in 6th grade class. And our main topics are ASEAN, Indonesia cultural changes, and Indonesia proclamation.
Hello, this section topic is ASEAN. ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nations is an organization consisting countries in Southeast Asia. ASEAN was established on August 8, 1967 in Bangkok, Thailand. The establishment of ASEAN was marked by signing of the Bangkok Declaration on August 8, 1967. The figures who signed the Bangkok Declaration were as follows: Ada Malik from Indonesia, S. Rajaratnam from Singapore, Tanat Koman from Thailand, Tun Abdul Razak from Malaysia, and Francisco Ramos from Philippines. If previously ASEAN was founded by representatives of 5 countries, nowadays in 2019 ASEAN has 10 members. It was Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos PDR, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. And now we move to astronomically and geographically location of ASEAN. Astronomically, Southeast Asia lies between 28 north latitude until 11 south latitude and 92 east longitude until 141 east longitude. And geographically, Southeast ASEAN is located between the Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean and between the Asian continent and the Australian continent. Now we will see the basic information of ASEAN. The first is Indonesia. The second is Singapore. The third is Brunei Darussalam. The fourth is Cambodia. The fifth is Laos PDR.
The sixth is Malaysia.
The seventh is Myanmar.
The eighth is Philippines.
The ninth is Thailand. The 10th is Vietnam.
Let's see the purposes of establishing ASEAN and some cooperation in economics and politics. For instance, Indonesia represents nearly 14% of the region's economic output, while the GDP per capita of Singapore, the highest in the 10, is 24 times higher than the lowest Cambodia. The purposes of ASEAN. The objectives of establishing ASEAN are: first, accelerate economics; second, promote cooperation;
Third, cooperation in agriculture, industry, trade, transportation, and communication. Fourth, increasing political stability and security. Let's jump to economics and politics of ASEAN. Do you know what is economics? Economics is a broad discipline that helps us understand historical trends, interpret today's headlines, and make predictions about the coming years. Example of economics cooperation in ASEAN. First, Declaration of Peace, Free and Neutral Areas, ZPFAN. Second, Southeast Asia Nuclear Weapon Free Zone, CANWFZ. Third, Nuclear Free Zone, December 15, 1997. Fourth, ASEAN Security Community, October 7, 2003 in Denpasar, Bali. Fifth, extradition agreement, the exchanges of captured escapees. And the next is, what is politics? Politics is the activities associated with the governance of a country or other area, especially the debate or conflict among individuals or parties, having or helping to achieve power. There are 5 examples cooperation of economics in ASEAN. The first, establish a joint industrial project with ASEAN. Second, ASEAN Free Trade Area or AFTA. This is the ASEAN free market. Third, establish an international rice or early research institution in Los Banos, Philippines. Fourth, developing transportation networks. Fifth, developing tourism, plantation, and fisheries areas.
Now we are going to talk about social cultural changes. Social cultural come out from local community life and it is to be a habit. Then that habit change. These changes we called as social cultural change. Social cultural change is a common or frequent phenomenon that changes social structures and cultural patterns in a society. These changes include technology, food, lifestyle. Social and cultural changes in a society can be influenced by 2 factors, from external factors and internal. Cultural influence of other communities, war, natural disasters, geographical location, climate changes, and from internal factors there are communication of ways and mindset of people or open systems, the occurrence of conflict or revolution, changes in the number of occupations, community dissatisfaction in certain fields, and new invention. There are some factors that can inhibit social and cultural changes. First, lack of intensive communication relation with other communities. Second, there are interests that are family. Third, customary influence. And the last, fear if there is shaking to the community. There are positive impact and negative impact from social cultural changes. From positive impact, it is give advancement ease for people's life. From negative impact, foreign culture inappropriate with personality of Indonesia. To face the social cultural change, our response is 1. Select foreign culture that come to our country. 2. Not forget our own values. 3. Keep follow the development of the information and technology so we can be better.
Hello! In this session, we will learn about the role and position of Indonesia in the ASEAN environment. The first one, in economic field. Second, social field. Third, politic field. Indonesia as the organizer of first KTT ASEAN. Indonesia as a peaceful intermediary to help peace process in Cambodia. Indonesia actively involved to serve Gadang Island to all the refugees from Cambodia and Indochinese refugees.
Now we will talking about Indonesia's role for ASEAN. And we will focus on technology, culture, and education. Technology. Do you know Indonesia donates several weapons to several countries in Asia? Example to Philippines. Culture. As we know, Indonesia has many cultures in Indonesia that scattered throughout Indonesia. And Indonesia became one of the countries that sent several singers, dancers, and other art workers to several countries in ASEAN. This is one of Indonesia's achievements in ASEAN. Now let's talking about education. Indonesia has several lecturers and teachers who are competent in the field of education, and some of them are sent to several countries in ASEAN. Example to Malaysia.
So we will learn about Indonesia proclamation. The proclamation was the culmination of Indonesian pride and marked the birth of Indonesian state. Before the proclamation, Indonesia was ruled by Japan, but Japan's position began to push by Allied force. Finally, Japan surrendered unconditionally to the Allies on 14 August 1945. This is a golden opportunity for the nation of Indonesia to proclaim independence. However, to proclaim country independence is not an easy thing. The young people and the elderly are different opinions on how to proclaim independence. Young people want a proclamation of Indonesian independence conducted outside the PPKI meeting because they assume that PPKI is an institute made in Japan. Meanwhile, the elderly argue that Indonesian proclamation of independence was conducted in the PPKI meeting. The two conflicts led into kidnapping. Soekarno-Hatta was kidnapped by young people and brought to Rengasdengklok on 16 August 1945. After the discussion between young people and the Ahmad Subarjo, he gave assurance for the proclamation. Finally, the Declaration of Independence will be held on 17 August 1945 in Jakarta. The proclamation manuscript was formulated in the House of Admiral Maida by Soekarno, Hatta, and Ahmad Subarjo. Meaning of proclamation for Indonesia. Recognition to the outside world. By reading the text of the proclamation, Indonesia lead to the outside world that Indonesia is an independent country. This confession was followed by recognition from another country, or de jure.
Second, raising the nation dignity. The reading of the proclamation text gives a message to other countries that Indonesia is a country free from colonialism, a country with dignity and independent country. 3. Fighting as a new country. Indonesia is a country built by the people and for the people. Indonesia country is an independent country that does not depend on other countries. 4. Indonesian national milestone. The beginning of Indonesian independence from the bondage of colonialism. Indonesia is one of Asian countries that located between Pacific and Indian Ocean and between the Asian and Australian continent. Because of that, many other countries came and visit our country. That is why Indonesian should be a role in cooperation, education, technology with other countries. To be a role, we need to start from our country. As an Indonesian, we need to be wise to face socio-cultural changes and not forget our own identity with understanding meaning of proclamation. And remember, we must to learn from our past, because our past will determine our future. Christians, in seeing the development of the times, increasingly sophisticated technology, and in building relationship individually or between groups, we must bring good and true impact. We must be salt and light wherever we are, as Jesus said in Matthew 5 verse 13, so that our role in society and in the community can be an example. We also need to renew our mindset in responding to events as written in Romans 12 verse 2, so that the name of God can be glorified through our lives to those around us. We can stand as a country, one big community, united because of God. So let us live to proclaim God's name. Start from now. Let be a salt and light in our country and change our country into a better place, and also become a blessing to one another. Prepare yourself and be ready to be an agent of transformation through our daily life